Today, we have some great entertainment, some bluegrass music. So it's a little different than we've had in the past here. So let's everybody put your hands together, give a nice warm welcome to the Sappington Creek Band.
Well, folks, first let me introduce these people up here, or I'm going to get so into it I'll forget about it, and on the way home that's all I'll hear about. So I'm going to make sure I get that done. This guy right here with a hat on is Terry Shuri, and he plays guitar and old-time banjo and has been doing that all his life. Over here is Wade Barnett. He's going to be playing mandolin and guitar for you today, and same story for him. And my name is Jim Simpson, and I've done it all my life too, and I'm your fiddle player today. And we're going to do some bluegrass for you and have a great time. It's a great music. You're going to really see how infectious it is and a lot of fun to play. And we appreciate U.S. Bank for having us on as one of their entertainments. We were in Alton on Thursday night, and now we're in LeMay. We feel big time, I want to tell you. For bluegrass, this is big time. We've made it finally after all these years. We have made it. All right, fellas. We're gonna get Wade to get us started off with a bluegrass reel called Temperance Reel. Appreciate that very, very much. Now we're going to get a banjo, an old-time banjo out for you, and we're going to do a song called Sourwood Mountain. I grew up in Tennessee, and we had sourwood trees. They have sourwood trees in Tennessee. They're like a redbud. They're sort of like that kind of a tree. And moved over to Missouri after college, and no sourwoods, and which is a bad thing because sourwood trees are supposed to attract pretty girls. And but I did find out that Missouri has pretty girls, even without the sourwood tree. So the old timers like to go over to the sourwoods and court, and so they made a song up a long time ago about the sourwood trees up on the mountain. So many pretty girls, you can't count them. So these guys are getting that banjo in tune, and then we will get going for you. This is one of the bigger turnouts that we've had for U.S. Bank, I think. We've been playing for a number of years for U.S. Bank in different places. And I got to tell you, you guys have the biggest turnout. And I have a friend that lives in LeMay called Jim Walters. I don't know if anybody knows Jim. He's in a wheelchair, a good guy. And every time somebody asks him where he's from, he always looks at them and says, "I'm from LeMay." He makes it fancy. He said, "I'm from LeMay." Okay, so we're in LeMay today.
Hit your record there.
Okay, we're going where the sourwood trees are and the pretty girls are. You ready, boys? Here we go. Pretty girls here today. Maybe U.S. Bank's got one right out there. And okay, we're gonna go keep going in that mountain sound. You know, in the mountains it gets a little spooky sometimes, a little scary. And so we're gonna go and do one of those mountain songs that's just a little bit scary and spooky sounding, called Greasy Coat. So, but Terry's got to tune his banjo into the scary tuning. And so, all right, Terry, will you get up here and just scare us to death right here with this mountain scary music? I don't scared me. I don't know about you. If I heard that in the dark woods at night, I think I'd be scared. And now we gotta slow it up for you, so you don't go home telling everybody how that band was okay, but they just played fast all the time. So we're gonna give you a waltz. We're gonna slow it up for you. Do you an old-timey waltz for us? And of course, it's a bluegrass waltz, which means the boy loses the girl. And bluegrass, you gotta lose something. It's just gotta go that way. And so we'll get Terry back here on his guitar, and he'll get that tuned up, and we'll get this Kentucky waltz for you. I guess every state's got a waltz, a Missouri waltz, a Tennessee waltz. Kentucky's got a waltz. Kentucky might have the only waltz in which the boy loses the girl. It's certainly possible there.
Tennessee waltz.
Does Tennessee waltz lose the girl? Yeah. Well, I am corrected. There's 2 states that are sad and blue. All right, here we go, boys.
What's he playing?
That's a mandolin guitar. A mandolin, not a guitar. That's a mandolin, which is like a fiddle. Except if it's like a fiddle without the bow. It's tuned the same. It's got the same kind of way you finger it and everything. Okay, give me something here on your thing. Okay, Kentucky waltz, the boy loses a girl. You ready to go? 1, 2, 3. Beneath the beautiful harvest moon, and I was a boy that was lucky, but it ended all too soon. As I sat alone in the moonlight, I see your smiling face, and I long once more for your embrace. And the beautiful Kentucky waltz. We have cleaned your palate, your musical palate. So you know where that means? We just jump right back on that bobsled, and we're going to get you a Shenandoah breakdown, and we're going to play a real old barn burner for you. And these boys are hit your A, please. Okay, Wade's going to start us off with the mandolin, and he's going to get us going. Shenandoah breakdown. Now this next song we're going to do for you is very interesting to us because we're risk takers. These three guys, we know no fear, musical fear. So Bob Wills writes Western swing music, as you all know. So we said, well, I wonder what if we took Bluegrass and overlaid that to a Western swing song, what would it sound like? And you're going to find out. One of the few people that ever know this, and you're the lucky ones. And we're going to do Milk Cow Blues, Bob Wills, and we do it with a bluegrass kind of way. Okay, Terry, come over here and kick us off. Tell my milk cow, and tell by the way she's loaded, sweet, my milk cow, won't you please drive her home? I ain't had no milk and butter, Lord, since the cow's been gone. Take it away, show it. Day by day. just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop my crying, gonna leave you alone. If you don't think I'm leaving, you just count the days I'm gone. You won't see my little face no more. All you're going to be sorry, turn me from your door. Our apologies to Bob Wills. He's probably rolling over in his grave, but Bob, that's how the Bluegrass Band would do your song. And now we're going back to the banjo, and we're going back to the mountain sound. And this is one of my favorite mountain songs because it's about chickens. You'd be amazed how many mountain songs are about chickens. I have a feeling that chickens were, whether you were fed or not, sometimes in the mountains. Back in the old days. But so how this song came about is pretty interesting, I think. It's called Cluck O' Hen. Cluck O' Hen. And what happens in the mountains is that people like these guys right here in front of you, they go around the campfire and they pass around the little jar of moonshine, and they get to talking, and they got their instruments there, and they said, "You think we could make a song that sounds like chickens walking around in the yard, like chickens strolling around and just walking around?" And they said, "Well, I don't know. Let's give it a shot." And here we're going to. I don't know if you're going to see chickens in your head or not, but those guys way back around that fire, they had chickens in their head at that time. So, okay, you ready, boys? Yep. And okay, we will go. I had no chicken, she wouldn't lay an egg, so I ran hot water up and down her leg. Little chicken hollered, and the little chicken begged. The danged old chicken laid a hard-boiled egg. Cluck O' hen, cluck and sing. Ain't laid eggs since way last spring. Cluck O' hen, cluck and squall. Ain't laid eggs since way last fall. Here we go. Thank you, folks. You don't get chicken music often, and we want to make sure that you're never deprived, so we make sure. We got one song left for you, and then the great folks at U.S. Bank are going to come up here give prizes and all kinds of nice information to you. And we're going to play for you the #1 fiddle song of all time. It's about a train, and half of you have already guessed it. It's the Orange Blossom Special, coming to bring my baby back. And get these guys tuned up, and we really enjoy playing for you. I love being in LeMay, because I live in Crestwood, and I got to figure out how to say that real classy like. I hadn't figured it out yet. But love it down here. Okay. Here we go, boys. Tee it up. Look there. Look there, coming down that railroad track. Look at there, coming down that railroad track. It's that Orange Blossom Special, bringing my baby back. Folks, we enjoyed it so much. I'll turn it over to Michelle and U.S. Bank. But we enjoyed playing for the people of LeMay. Thank you, folks. Thank you, folks.